Hi, I'm Shevin Sam Abraham of registration number URK18CS277. So today I'm going to explain the fifth experiment on DBS Management Systems Lab is about joins. So first I'll explain the project. The the project. So the first aim is to disturb the working of joins in SQL. So there are a set of like SQL join clauses combine columns from one or more tables. It creates a set that can be saved as table or used. A join is a mean of combining columns from self table or more table values. So you're just combining columns from from a common table that is made or from more other tables. So inner join returns the record, left or outer joins return all record from left table, right comes outer join returns all record from right table. Full outer join means returns all record when there's a match in either left or right tables. So my first question is to create manager table with the following elements. So there's an e-name, m-name, and city. So what happens over here means I'm opening SQL. So in SQL, I have to create like table manager, and the table manager. What are the columns? It should be is like e name. It should be of 18 characters, like m name, and then city with their perspective columns. I'm like with their perspective like values, and you're creating a table, and then you're inserting manager values of e name, m name, and cities. You're like for e name is Anil, m name is Ajay, and city is Nagpur. So old one you have inserted, and then for the new column you are old one is like ename, mname, city, and the new manager values now it comes to Anil, Ajay, and Nagpur. So first row created. Now we go for the second row, Shankar, Vijay, Chennai. The second row created. Third row it will be Jaya, Kiran, and Calcutta. And it will be the second row. Third row it will you're creating Sunil, Jaya, and Bombay, and then four rows are created. So you know what? How many rows are needed? You enter like insert into manager because manager is the table name. So insert into manager the values, the three values for e name, m name, and the cities. So you create set of rows like how much has been requested. So rows will be created, and then if you in the show what is being saved into the table, you have to press like select star from manager. Manager is the table name. So here the details that we have entered into the manager table. So e name, m name, m city. So 7 rows were created. Now you're writing a query to display the name, living, city, and the salary. So you're just selecting the columns that are required. That is e-name, city, salary from employee, natural joy, employee company using natural join. So yeah, so here means you give a set of e-name, city, and their salaries too. Now write a query to display the name, living, city, and the salary of employee using cross Cartesian join. So you're selecting t1 name, t1 city, t2 salary from from employee t1 cross join employee company t2 where t1 name is equal to t2 name. So where they match both each other for so that is like cross Cartesian join. Excuse me. So you'll be like so once you type in you'll get the details like e-name, city, salaries with the details where forms a cross Cartesian join. Now you write an SQL statement to make a Cartesian product between manager name, employee name. So select T1 Cartesian product between manager name and employee name. So it'll be like select T1 dot m name, T2 dot e name from manager T1 cross join with T2. So T1, T2, you're taking a set of details and you're going for a Cartesian product, and then it combines all the values. It'll be like m name, e name from T1 and T2. They all get mixed up, so they go all for Cartesian products. So the names will all be the same, but the positions keep on changing. So all the Cartesian products takes place over here. Now we are going for the next, that is display the employee name, manager name, salary of the employees whose salary is greater than 3,000. So whose salary is greater means you have to select you have to select employee name. So you have to like go for select select e name, m name, and salary of the employees whose salary means total salary is greater than the greater than sign 3,000 rupees. It should be used in the clause exactly. So once you do it, you can get like people, we have stored the salary over there. So for with more than 3,000, so it'll be like 5,000, 8,000, more than 3,000. And there are two characters of two people over here, Vijay and Ajay. So their details get displayed over here. Now display the employee name, manager name, and salary of the employee. So salary is greater than 3,000. Yeah, so that's what's written. I'm so sorry. I've done it like that was using where clause. Okay, where like salary is greater than 3. This is using on clause. So select T1.ename, T2.mname, T1 salary from employee company, T1 join manager, T2. So T1 and T2, they're both of the tables and they just join together where T1.ename is equal to T2.ename, where both and salary is greater than 3,000. So they're comparing both of them and whose salary is greater than 3,000. They take the data from there. So it'll be Vijay and Ajay, again same. Write an SQL statement to prepare a list where employee names who live and work in the same city. So who live and work in the same city. So you're selecting T1.ename, T1.city, T2.cname. So the city names too. From employee T1, left join employee company T2 on T1 is equal to T2. So they're comparing and then they're intersecting with the terminals like select T3.ename, T4.city, T3.cname. So the city, the ename and the company name. From employee company T3, join company T4. So once you're joining the data and then taking the list of employees who live and work in the same city, you can get that employee names, their city, they work in the same city, and their C names too. 6 rows were selected. Now write a SQL statement to make a list who live in the city Chennai and whose salary is between 1,500 to 10,000. So you're selecting T1 name from T1 left join company T2. So there are two tables as we're saying, T1 for left, T2 for right. So they compare both of them and they select where T1 city is Chennai and between the salary is like 1,500 and 10,000, and you'll get two people's e-name because we're just selecting e-name, just Ajay and Jaya. Again, display the names of the employee, company name, salary of the employees who are not assigned any living city. So select T1.ename, T1.cname, T1.salary from employee name. From left to right, they're selecting. Both are again compared and where T2 name is null. So it will be like Anmol, whose salary is 1,000 and no cities has been assigned to them. Now let's go for display the employee name, manager name, shift of the employees using left outer join. So select T1.ename, T1.mname, T2.shift from manager, T1 the left join employment shift T2 on T1.ename is equal to T2.ename. So you're using your own clause and then you're selecting the people's like name, employee name, their manager name and their shift also who just left their shift. So and the shift of the company, shift of the employees who are working in this left and right by comparing both left and right. So you get the names of who are working over there. Now display cities of the employees in which a company is not located. So T2.city from company T1 outer join employees T2 on T2 is equal to T1 the city where T1 city is null. So it will be Calcutta. Company is not even located. That's in the country. Stay called as Calcutta. Display the employee name, manager name, shift to the employees using full outer join. So select T1.ename, T1.mname, T2.shift from manager T1, full join employment shift T2 where T1.ename is equal to T2.ename. Shift will be given as according and then you can select the details that is required. Display the employee name, manager name, shift of the employees using natural join, selecting e-name, m-name, shift from manager, natural join, employee shift. Anil, Sunil, Vijay and Prakash. So their e-names have been given with their n-names and with the shift too. Display the employee name, cities of the employees who are assigned a manager and live in the same city as that of the manager. So select T1.ename, e-name, T1.city from manager, and then T1 inner join, because you're using inner join, employee T2, and then it compares with T1 and T2, and the cities should also be the same way they live with the manager, the same city of the manager. So both people are there. Anil and Sunil, and their cities are from Nagpur and Bombay. So they live in the city of their manager. Now let's go on to display the ascending list of customers who are either assigned a manager or not. So select T1.CNAME, T2.MNAME from customer T1, left join using manager. You're comparing with the left and the right order by T1.CNAME. So here the details of the here the details of here the names and their M names too. 10 rows will be selected. Now make use of the depositor customer table in the previous exercise to list all the customer names, amount of the depositor living, the city, whether Anil or Sunil is living. So select your T1, T2 dot amount, okay, and then to list all the customer names to full joint deposit, okay, and their customer names also who they are dealing with from the amount of the depositors. So where T1 the city, select T1 city customer names, where T1 the city is equal to for Anil. So where the amount of deposit living in the same city, whether it's Anil or Sunil. So Anil or Sunil, they are dealing with customers with an amount of 1210 and 5500. So here ends my fifth exercise for joins for database management system labs. Thank you.